Is there gonna be a new Slipknot album soon from you guys? Because you've been with them for a little while, and kind of I think it would be great to hear you on a studio album with the guys. I am joined by the legend that is Eloy Casagrande. Yeah, how are you?
Okay, I think that's me.
Well, I hope so. Otherwise, we've booked the wrong guest. Eloy, it is an absolute pleasure to hang with you on the UK Drum Show official podcast. And the reason for that is that on Sunday, the 19th of October at the ACC Liverpool, you are headlining the UK Drum Show 2025. But before we get on to that, Slipknot, one of the most physically demanding bands for a drummer. How on earth do you possess such godlike stamina behind the kit?
You can see that I'm always sweating. I never stop sweating in my life. That's how I spend my whole day because I have to play the drums like an insane motherfucker. So I never stop sweating. That's what I do for a living right now. I sweat, and that's it. That's my life. All my friends, they make fun of me because I never stop sweating. I'm like, I wake up, I start sweating, and when I go back to bed, I'm still sweating. That's my life. But man, it's gonna be my pleasure to be the headliner of the show. I don't know if you know that, but this is gonna be my first UK drum clinic ever.
Wow.
In my first drum clinic after I joined Slipknot. So yeah, so actually it makes a long time that I don't play drum clinics, and I'm feeling a little bit of the pressure to play
Really?
after such great musicians that are gonna play before me because I'm gonna be the last drummer to play for the whole show, for the whole event. And I saw like the other drummers who were playing before I play, and it's just insane. I don't know how I'm gonna handle with the anxiety, with the nervous to play with after such great musicians. But I'm gonna do my best to play a few songs, and hopefully the people are gonna like it.
So what are you kind of planning to do? Are you kind of just going to go all in playing? Are you going to be taking any questions from the audience? Are you going to make it interactive? What is going to stand out from your set that might be perhaps different to other drummers that are gracing the stage over the whole weekend?
I'm sure about one thing that I'm gonna be sweating when playing the drums. That's for sure. But no, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna use my 45 minutes just to go sit and play the drums for 45 minutes straight. That's what I want to do. You know, I'm not a big fan of talking. Like I like to talk to people, but in this kind of place, in this kind of event, I just have 45 minutes. So I believe that the people, they just want to see drummers playing. They want to see me playing. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm still looking or deciding which songs I'm going to play. I don't know yet, like my whole set, but I'm sure that I'm going to make something special. I think that people are going to like it.
You mentioned and you've joked a couple of times about sweating, but I want to ask you, does wearing a mask make drumming even harder than it already is and even more demanding? Because does it retain heat or is it specially designed? Like, how does that work for you?
Yeah, actually, the mask that I use, it's a super thin mask,
Okay.
so it's super light, so it doesn't affect too much the weight of my on my face, the weight of my on my head. But it's really difficult to play with the clothes, with the coverall that we use on stage. Those they become very hot. So especially when we're playing in warm places, when it's summer, they become really hot and I sweat as a motherfucker. I sweat as a pig.
Yeah.
As
I mean, yeah, I can't imagine what it's like wearing them, but your drumming is so powerful and so precise. And, you are in arguably the biggest metal band on the planet. How was it for you when you went into the rehearsal room for the first time with Slipknot, when you sat down with the guys? You've mentioned that you are a bit nervous about the UK drum show and headlining that on the Sunday. Were those nerves in place when you sat down with Mick and Clown and all of those for the first time?
Yes, I remember when I did my first audition, the first day of the audition that I did for the band, and I couldn't play at all. I couldn't play. I was doing like some like stupid mistakes, like very beginner mistakes, you know. It's like it was terrible my first day, you know. Saying I remember that we started playing Duality, the first
Right.
song that we just played to warm up a little bit, and I did a big mistake. I cut the song into half. I played the chorus before I was supposed to play it, and the guys they just look at me. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I forgot on how to play the drums, you know.
Yeah.
But like for the second, third, fourth day, I became more relaxed, and I could play better the drums, yeah, a little bit better, you know. But I think it took me at least uh, 5 or 6 days to really feel comfortable and to let the music flow instead of just thinking about playing perfectly and playing like all the notes that had to be played. But this was something that Clown he came and he spoke to me like, dude, he told me, Eloy, I know that you're super concerned about playing all the correct notes to don't forget the drum fills, but relax. Like Slipknot, it's not about perfection. It's to play with the band, it's to play together, to have fun, to play for the music. So it doesn't matter if
Mm.
you're playing uh like the exactly drum fill that it's in the album, or the, you know, just go with the vibe, go with the flow. If you're
Mhm.
playing tempo, you are having fun, you're grooving, that's the most important.
And what are those shows like? Because for anybody that's not been to a Slipknot concert, they are it's energy, it's adrenaline, it's fire, it's all a massive production and a massive show. Do you find that kind of a bigger struggle than perhaps other bands that you've been in because of the scale of the show and the stadiums you're playing?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a big pressure to play on big stage, and especially with all the structure that we travel with the stage. And me as a drummer, I have to take care of the whole band. And it's a big band. We are in 9 members, you know,
Yeah.
9 guys playing together. And we don't play with a click track, or there is no backing track, nothing like that. So I have to start all the songs. I have to keep the tempos for all the musicians. So I never stop playing, you know, because I'm paying attention to all the other musicians who are playing with me. So if the guitar player Mick is going to start a song, I need to count for him to start.
Yes.
So I never relax during the show. I have to be focused all the time, and but also I need to have fun. I need to enjoy the show. So that's the
Yes.
reason why we do a lot of rehearsal, not a lot of rehearsals, but at the beginning of each tour we get together and we do a few rehearsals so we get comfortable with each other, and so when we go on stage we are not thinking about tempo, speed, or performance. We are just concerned about doing a good show, just about like sounding good altogether.
You mentioned that you don't play to click, and I don't know if I'm necessarily surprised by that or not, because Slipknot's kind of sound is so raw. It doesn't necessarily kind of need that click to kind of keep you guys in. But do you have a preference on either playing with a click or playing without?
um I, I don't know, I like both ways, you know.
Hmm.
In some situations when I'm in a big pressure, I like to have a click with myself, playing with a click track, because that gives me some kind of comfort. You know, it's like a
Yes.
bed that I can lay down and relax. I can
Yes.
take those weight out of my back, you know, because I don't have to be concerned about the tempo, about rushing or
Yeah.
slowing down. But also to play without the click, it's very special because you are just open to the unknown. You are
Hmm.
open to discovering new things, to discover new things. You know, you are able to rush or to slow down the song to make it
Hmm.
even heavier, or to make like to push a little bit so the crowd can go with you. So it depends a lot. But yes, but that's something that I'm always concerned about, especially playing live with Slipknot. I have a metronome by my side, so every song I have the tempo playing on the click track, and I don't even have that in my ears, but I just look to the metronome and I know the tempo, so I can start the song at the right tempo, but that's it, you know.
Mm.
So
So, obviously in a studio surrounding, you would of course be using click and using sort of all of that. Is there gonna be a new Slipknot album soon from you guys? Because you've been with them for a little while, and kind of I think it would be great to hear you on a studio album with the guys.
what I can tell you right now is that we are cooking. We are doing some new music for sure.
Yes,
Oh
really.
yes, yes, we
Oh,
are.
okay.
We are. We
Can you
never
tell me
we
any more?
No, I'm sorry, I cannot tell you anymore. But since I joined the band, we have been working on some new ideas. You know, we keep like exchanging guitar riffs, drum beats. So we are
Amazing.
always doing something. We had also some jam sessions. So we have a lot of material right now. We just have to sit and put everything together, start jamming, and it's happening. It already happened. It's gonna happen in the future. So new material is coming for sure.
You know that when I see you backstage at the UK drum show, I'm going to be like, Eloy, tell me everything. We're off camera. I want to know.
Then I will have to kill you after that.
No, I can't do that because I've got to work that weekend, so you can't kill me. Um,
No, we are all musicians. We don't have to work. Relax.
yeah, that's just very, very true. Um, a lot of people may or may not know that many, many years ago, you played the Modern Drummer Festival. And that seemed to be where your career really started to blossom and started to go on that kind of upward trajectory. Um, would you have believed as that kind of young Eloy Casagrande that one day you would be doing this?
No, I never imagined myself uh, like playing in bands like Sepultura or
Mm,
Slipknot. I never imagined myself being that kind of drummer, you know. Of course, I imagine myself living off the drums, you know, making the drums my living, you know, because that was the only possibility for me because I really wanted to be a drummer, but I
yes.
never imagined myself playing in such big bands. I never
Yeah.
saw myself in those bands. I remember when I was a kid watching Slipknot. You know, I remember when Joey when he
Yeah.
started with the lift thing when he was
Oh
playing
yeah.
sideways, you
Yes.
know. So that was insane. And I don't know, 20 years later, I'm playing with the band. I'm replacing Joey and Jay, who are incredible. Joey, he created like a style of drumming. You know, he's like a
Yes.
big responsible for the success of Slipknot until nowadays. So to
Mm.
replace those guys, it's really amazing. It's like big shoes to fill, you know. And but that's it, man. I'm super happy right now with the situation of my life. I couldn't imagine myself playing in a different band than Slipknot because it has the groove, it has the aggression, it has the you know the subversion, it has
Mm.
it has the speed.
Yeah.
You know that fits my style, and it's an open band for you to play because a lot of styles they can fit into Slipknot. It's not only a metal band, but it's a groove, it's new metal, it's death metal, it's pop, some
Mm.
kind of pop, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, you know, so it gives me a lot of possibilities to be creative nowadays.
You mentioned that, for you, you couldn't do life without playing drums. That's not something that could be compromised. For a lot of people, they have to go to work, they have families, and drumming is something that they only get to do maybe once a week or an hour or half hour a night. What would your advice, Eloy, be to an aspiring drummer of any age, of any ability, that would just love to climb the ladder to success in the way that you have?
No, the first thing is to stop thinking about success. If you're like looking for achieve success, forget about it. I never played the drums to become famous or to become successful in what I do. But I just wanted to play the drums to make myself happy, to enjoy life, and to improve myself on the
Mhm.
drums so I could be better than I was yesterday. And that was
Yes.
it. I don't like to compare myself to other drummers. I don't like those contests of drummers. I know that in the past I did a lot of contests and I won some contests, but I don't like that kind of thing. It's good for the business, but it doesn't have anything to do with the music itself. So the first thing that I have to tell to all the young drummers is stop thinking about numbers, stop thinking about followers on Instagram, on YouTube. Just do your thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
find a creative path and follow
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Don't try to be like anyone else. Don't try to copy other drummers or other musicians. Just be yourself and do your own music. And with the time that you put into the instrument, the success, the money, all the business, they're gonna happen automatically.
Yeah. You mentioned as well about like doing drum contests and things in the past. The drumming community, I think it's fair to say, is a very, very special place. I have never seen any other instrument have the community that the drummers have. We've got something really special because there's no ego and we all support each other. Why do you think that the drumming community is so transparent and open and, everyone just wants to get on and help each other?
Um, I have to disagree with you a little bit. Yes,
Really?
it depends. It depends a lot. I'm good friends with a lot of other drummers, and I love to hang with other drummers to talk with them about drums and to ask them about the drum feel that the drummer just played on stage. Hey
Sure.
man, what you just played? Show that to me. And I also like when the drummers, other drummers, they come to me and ask me those type of questions. But I know some assholes that they don't give a shit about the community of drums or the community of musicians that we live in. And it's so sad. But I try to fight against that. When I use it
Yes.
to give classes, I had many students here in Brazil, and I use it to tell them we live in a big community. I know it's
Mm.
very hard for the musicians to make a living through our instrument. It's not easy to make money through our instrument. So if we don't help ourselves, if we don't support like the community, it's going to be very hard for us to keep growing
Yes.
and to be a respected career. So we
Yes.
need to support the young drummers, the other drummers who play the same style that we play. And it's not a competition. We go back to the contest thing. It's not a competition, so that's something that I'm always talking about. um, I know that I told you before that I'm really nervous to go on stage and play after such great musicians because I feel the responsibility of playing after great musicians, but not because it's a contest. I believe
Mm.
that everyone's going to go there and it's going to play their music and it's going to be different. It doesn't matter how fast you play or how good you play, how, I don't know, like, but it's really important that everyone is going to be different. Everyone
Mm.
has his own art. Everyone has his own thing to say, something
Yeah.
interesting to say on the instrument. So, yeah, that's it. But if we compare the drummers to the guitar players, then I can say that we are a much better community than then,
Yes.
than the guitar players. Yeah, I have some friends that play the guitar, and they have a very weird situation. Every time that they meet, they are like always awkward. They don't talk to each other. It's like, dude, what's the problem with you guys? Just hang, have fun. Yeah, but I love to talk to drummer. It's gonna be a pleasure to see all my friends that are gonna play there as well.
Yes.
Some of the drummers I just spoke online. I never met them personally, so it's
Oh,
gonna
cool.
be a very beautiful weekend for sure.
It's going to be incredible. And also, for those of you that can't get down to the UK drum show this year, in 2026, you're also playing the Europe drum show for us, which is
Oh,
going to
really?
be absolutely incredible. Yeah,
Am I?
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm just joking. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, you absolute bastard! You scared the absolute hell out of me just there. I was like, oh my God! Like I've been getting emails about you. Right, that's it. We can't be friends anymore. No, I'm joking. Don't do that to me again. That was horrible.
I have a very good friend, a very good British friend. It's V-Man, the bass player of Slipknot. We became very good friends. So I'm learning the sense of humor with him.
Okay, okay. Well,
Yes. So he has been like teaching me a lot of the British humor. So I'm learning fast. You
well,
know.
You absolutely nailed that because it stinks in here now. Um, Eloy, it has been an absolute pleasure to hang with you. You are single-handedly inspiring so many thousands of drummers and the next generation of drummers as well with what you're doing with not just Slipknot, but everything you've done in your career. I want to wish you all the luck and success in the future, and I cannot wait to see what you bring to the table when you headline the final slot of the UK Drum Show on Sunday, the 19th of October.
Oh man, I appreciate that. It's a big responsibility to influence so many drummers nowadays. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing when I sit on the drums. So I'm very lucky that the people they like what I do.
Oh, yeah,
That's all.
100%.
I'm very lucky that the people they like what I do. But thank you for the your beautiful words. And I'm
Stop it,
looking
you. Come on,
I'm
we've just
I'm
met.
looking I'm looking forward to play the UK drum show. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. I want to meet all the people. I'm gonna do some activities on Saturday. I'm gonna be on Toma, Pi's booth, Evan's booth, doing some sign sessions. So I can't wait to meet people, to talk to people, because that's like the one of the my favorite things to do when I go to a different place, to meet
Hmm.
people. You know, to
Hmm.
talk to them. If I just stay inside my hotel room, it doesn't make sense. You know, why you're traveling? Just go there and talk to people. That's the way how you live your life, how you enjoy life. So I can't wait to meet you all there and see you the next year. No, it's
Amazing.
next week.
And thank you so much for kindly gifting me 25% of your fee as well. That's really good of you. I do.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's not a big problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Right. I'm going to let you go and blow some more brains with your crazy drumming. And we will see you on the 19th of October at the ACC Liverpool.
Awesome, man. Thank you.